All right, today is Monday, February 1st. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to guide you through a few of your homework assigned numbers here. Right now I'm looking at number 23. Number 23, it has 4.2 times 10 to the negative fifth, and that's divided by 6 times 10 to the negative third. All right. Now, this one we usually do in parts. Since it is scientific notation, what I'm looking at right now is this 4.2 divided by 6. And that 4.2 divided by 6 happens to be 0.7. All right, if you just punch that into a calculator, that's 0.7. And this should be times 10 to what power? That's the question. What a common misconception is to add these things together, but since this is division, we have to subtract. All right, we have been multiplying up until now, but since this is division, we need to subtract. So a negative 5 minus a negative 3. All right, we have to subtract these two things. Negative 5 minus negative 3. Well, that's the same thing as saying negative 5 plus 3. All right, and negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. So what we'll say up here is that this is 0.7 times 10 to the negative 2. All right, now we're not quite done yet because in scientific notation you always have to have this 0.7, this number out here. You always need that to be between 1 and 10. So I'm actually going to slide this decimal place over, and I'm going to subtract 1 from the exponent on this 10. Okay, since I'm sliding the decimal point over one more to the right, okay, I'm making this pretty small number seem a little bit bigger than it was. So this 7.0 times 10 to the negative 3, as you all know, this is actually representative of 0.007. That's the same thing, but in scientific notation, this would be our solution. All right, so there's the number 23. Hopefully you worked that along with me, or check your own work. I have two more that I want to go through just briefly. I'm looking at number 31. Number 31 is x squared divided by y to the fifth, all of which is raised to the negative 5 power. All right, the book, let's change colors here. The book shows to first use that negative exponent. Okay, now you can do it either way. I'm going to follow with the way the book shows you. Y to the fifth divided by x squared, and change to a positive. All right, that's the way the book does it. All right, and we can simplify this a little bit further by using the property that we learned in 7-4. When you have an exponent on a fraction, it applies to both the numerator and the denominator. So y to the fifth times 5. So it's y to the fifth power even. So this would be y to the 25th divided by x to the 2 times 5, which would be 10. All right. Now, some of you may have done it this way. This is another popular method to distribute the negative 5 into both of those terms. So this would actually be x to the negative 10 divided by y to the negative 25. All right. Now, that's fine, too. That's actually the same answer because when we use those negatives to tell the y to go into the numerator and the x to go into the denominator, you can see that we arrive at the exact same solution. All right, so either of those methods is fine and dandy. All right, the next question I'd like to focus on is number 39. Number 39 is kind of like the one we just did. It has an extra term in there, so you need to be careful and make sure that you distribute this exponent to everything on the inside. So take a look at, this is c squared a to the third divided by a to the fifth, all of which is squared. All right, so we can simplify just step by step and without skipping any steps here. Let's make sure that we have everything squared, both the numerator and the denominator, just like we did a second ago. Everything must be squared. Now, going back to 7-3 in your book, we talked about multiplication, like this c cubed times a cubed, all of which is squared. You actually have to distribute the 2 into both of those terms, that exponent of 2. So when we do that, you end up with c to the third to the second power, which is c to the sixth, and a to the third to the second power, which is a to the sixth, all divided by a to the fifth to the second power, which is 10. All right, but the story doesn't end there. You should notice that you have 6 a's up top and 10 a's down low. So if you were to reduce this even further, all 6 of the a's up top would cancel with 6 a's down low, to be left with 4 a's multiplied together. That is the end of the story. All right, and if you have any further questions, I'll be going over this tomorrow at the beginning of class before your quiz. Hope you enjoyed.